Christie. This is your reading for 25 minutes, so 5 questions. I really hope you are doing well, and I'm hoping this reading really gives you a lot of information and clarity and really helps you in your path. So that is what we are looking into. So I've got your email on my phone. It's just super bright, so I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to go through this information and we will have a look and see what's coming through. Alright, so let's have a look. So yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I have both of your date of birth, so this is for you and Brandon. Date of births really help me to connect to both of your energies to provide you the strongest reading possible. So now that I have that information, this is all to do, so all of your questions are to do with a relationship / situationship. So question number 1. Will he get his alcoholism under control and actually get sober? It has caused many issues within our relationship, resulting in trust issues, the lies, excuses, and some actions by him. Lots of hurt and disappointments. He went to detox last week but did not go to rehab. I'm afraid he's back to drinking. Okay, so that's question number 1. Obviously, you've got quite a lot of detail in your questions, so I'll go through each of your questions and we'll do a spread for each of the questions, and that's, I think, the best way to go forward rather than me reading all your questions and then, going through them that way. I think it's better if I go through your question and then do the spread as well. Okay, so let's have a look, see what's coming through and what messages we have. So I really, for your reading specifically, I really feel very drawn to these cards. I've been using them on my channel as well, and I've got them sitting here, and I just cleansed and saged a bunch of different cards which I have sitting on the sides. So I really feel drawn to use this one, so let's go with Groovy Weight, and I'm going to do a 6 card spread. Now, you might think, Moonlight, what? 6 cards, really? It gives a lot of information, it gives a lot of clarity, and I really feel very drawn to doing so as well. So, of course, it may not seem like a lot, but trust me when I say, when it's connected so strongly to both of your energies, it provides us with a lot of information. Okay, so let's begin. Will he get his alcoholism under control and actually get sober? That's the question here that we are asking. Let's see. 10 of Cups. I always see the cups as the drinks in this scenario as well, which shows it, being under control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there you go. So 10 of Cups, Page of Cups, 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the Star card. Whew, I feel like I'm clapping a bit. I'm trying to put my hands together like this and I just end up clapping them together. So I think this is a bit of a clap, to be honest. I think this is praise. I think that this is like a well done kind of energy, and the reason I'm saying that is because I very much so do feel that he will get through this in time. Obviously, it takes a lot of learning and growing and processing and really, trying. I mean, it's hard, it's difficult, addictions can be very difficult when someone has a routine and it escalates. So that is something I'm seeing. So with time, slowly but surely, because the Page of Cups is about small steps, baby steps, and then things progressing and things getting better with time and that level of progression, the Page of Cups definitely shows in time things will get better. Okay, so that's definitely something I'm seeing again. The Page of Cups, you got stars, seeing stars, him seeing stars obviously when that happens, but the Page of Cups here definitely does showcase an energy of getting it under control, trying to manifest something, trying to make a situation better, trying to build a foundation of stability and trying to get something under control and genuinely trying to do so, because the 2 of Cups is about harmony and balance. It's also about trying to do something and also trying to get help. So that's something that's coming through here. Seven of Wands shows no doubt in my mind that this is a challenge. It's a challenge for him. It's a struggle. It is something that's difficult. He's got to break some cycles. That's challenging. It's difficult. He will, step by step. That's the real thing here, is it's got to happen step by step. 10 of Cups, I see those as the drinks, but I also see this as a rainbow. So the rain in this situation eventually will bring out a beautiful rainbow, and I see that also contributing to this connection as well. So I do see things getting better, but there is this element of healing, releasing, being able to get help and figure this out step by step, which is something that I do see him doing. So I do see that he will, get this all under control and get sober, but it's going to be step by step because it is a challenge. But I also see on the flip side him not giving up in time, just not giving up, just really going for it and wanting, balance, wanting harmony. And that's the way in which he will think. He can, that's what he'll think, like, okay, this is the only way in which I'm going to do it, so I might as well just do it. And he's really going to push himself towards it, but again, it's going to happen step by step. So first few times might be quite difficult, but then eventually it's that routine of, I'm not going to slip back into my old ways. So he'll think in that way and then want to, progress and allow things to get stronger and better within his life as well. Okay, and that showcases again stability, and both of these cards, and especially the Two of Cups, also shows stability and counterparts. So I think that's very important to see. But of course, this is the water bearer, right? The Star card, ruled by Aquarius, and it does show getting things under control, but also releasing those cycles and habits, breaking the cycle, should I say. All right, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and then we're going to do question number 2. So let me just go like so. Number 2. Is he my twin flame? Question mark. Soulmate? Question mark. A part of my soul family? Question mark. We have a connection unlike I've ever known, even in a psychic way. The two of you are twin flames. I don't need cards to tell you that. I don't. We also had that in the first spread. I don't know if you can remember, but we had that Four of Wands, and when I looked at it, I automatically thought, and I knew that the two of you were twin flames. But the thing is, I briefly sort of scanned through your readings at the beginning, your questions at the beginning, and I could see the twin flame soulmate sort of question, as to what this connection is. And when I saw that card, I just automatically knew, but I wanted to save the answer for your second question anyway. So I very much so do believe that the two of you are twin flames. Let's get a confirmation for that in the cards. Whoa, look at all these cards that have just come through. Okay, thought they were going to fall over or something. So we've got the Ace of Cups, Justice, and the Fool. And then we've got, just grab these, we've got the Hermit, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Sun. So you can see here just what a twin flame kind of situation we're looking at, right? We're looking here at a situation where essentially there is sometimes a bit more of a quieter energy, where you're wondering what things, you're wondering what's happening, you're perhaps not aware fully of the situation or where you stand, right? So you do wonder, you do ponder as to what's going on, because I don't know if your Brandon is telling you the full extent of everything, right? He's not giving you that clarity as to this is where I stand and this is what I feel towards you. So he's not giving you all of that, and he is hiding a lot of that within himself. I do feel that the two of you are mirroring each other, and also I see that specifically with the Justice card. The two of you have a past life connection together, and the scales on that card also really resemble, two sides and equilibrium, and to me it just screams twins as well. So it's a twin flame connection, and it is one that has stemmed from multiple past lives. Your last past life with him was one where it got close, but things didn't really come together to that full extent. So this is the lifetime where I feel like things are getting resolved. I feel like this is the lifetime where things are coming together. It's And I mean, that's a huge thing when we think about past lifetimes. That's a lot of lifetimes, that's a lot of years. And that's huge, to think that this is the lifetime where there is this sense of being able to move forward, this sense of enjoying each other's companies, being able to resolve these lessons that the two of you have been carrying, more so him, right? More so him. And I see him doing that. It's like that last step. And again, part of what we read on question 1 as well, being able to really get through the drinking, right? So that's what I'm seeing, the alcoholism. And then we've also got here the Sun card, which shows here warmth and prosperity, opportunity, but it also shows a warm connection, flames, fire. That's what the sun, the sun is. The sun is a ball of fire, literally. Well, that's not the most scientific term, but it's a star, right? And it is hot. What else is hot? Twin flame. Flame, there it is. So Knight of Pentacles also shows again that this is a connection that is slow. It is slow. It is at times confusing. You don't know necessarily sometimes what to think about it. What is that? That's a hot and cold situation. Again, it's a twin flame connection. That's what we're seeing here, where you feel like there's something, but then you're thinking, is there? And it's again, it's a twin flame connection. Wheel of Fortune as well. You have this deep-rooted spiritual attraction and just in general attraction towards him. He has that towards you, but also in between there is this hot and cold energy, which just seems confusing and sometimes really intense, and sometimes you don't know what's going on, and sometimes it's just like you just can't let go. It's a twin flame connection. Okay, so I hope that really gives you information and clarity on that. It's a twin flame connection for sure. Absolutely. Now we're on to question number 3. Let's see. Does he love me? Okay, so I just put that there. Does he love me? He goes back and forth with his emotions due to drinking. He's always in a push-pull cycle with me. It's literally what we talked about again, that hot and cold energy. 1 minute expressing feelings, the next cold and distant, secluded and drinking. Secluded. We saw the Hermit, right? The Hermit, again, that's about isolation, it's about keeping feelings to one's self, so that's again something that he's doing. And secluded, yeah, that's pretty much there as well, as we saw in the cards. And I think that even to you, what I feel is, if there are certain things I don't mention about the cards, I feel like you're going to pick them up intuitively anyways, so that's a really strong sign. But yeah, that's definitely something that has come through, and I'm seeing as well now that, your information is actually lining up to the cards and the information I've already provided you as well at the same time, because we talked about the Hermit being about, keeping those feelings in, and also the Hermit is about, sort of this energy of overthinking and thinking about things, and it's also about spending time alone. That's again the energy of the Hermit, isolation in many ways. So when he's drinking, he always asks, why me? Like, why do I want to be with him? What is it about him that makes me want to be with him? Like, he has a hard time believing he's worthy of being wanted and loved. So these are deep-rooted emotions that he has within himself that he needs to work on. So the Star card that we saw very early on is also about those childhood wounds, those deep-rooted emotional issues that he has had for a while, that essentially he needs to work through. And a lot of that can also lead up to addictions, alcohol, drinking, the whole shebang. It can lead to that. And what he has to do is address the root cause. So eventually with time, especially with professionals, he will address that. He will get to the root, and that will help him to then deal with the whole alcoholism, but also mainly to deal with what's going on inside of him and the lack of sort of self-esteem and the lack of self-love that he has towards himself. He's feeling quite low right now. That's definitely something we are seeing, okay? Yeah, so does he love me? Let's have a look and see. Does he love you? I want you to just see that there is a card that has flipped over here, and it is the Knight of Swords. Well, there's love. There is love. but he doesn't feel worthy of it. As you've already mentioned, it's a work in progress for him. He needs to work on himself a lot more to be able to also give that love back to you. He feels that love towards you, but he doesn't feel like he can really give it to you as of right now, 100%. He wants to be able to give 100% to you, not 50%, not 25%, not 80%. He wants to give 100%. He knows he needs to work on himself before he can really make things work with you, and that's something that I am seeing, because he thinks that you deserve the world. Okay, 6 to the 7 of Cups. This shows progression. He knows that in order to be able to give to you, he needs to get his mindset, his attitude, his actions right. And that's what I'm seeing. Again, we've got the Hermit. We were talking about the Hermit. We've also got some bonus cards here as well. There we go. We were talking about the Star card. We were talking about the Sun card as well. Now, when we have repeating cards, they want to be heard, seen and spoken about, so I'm not surprised that they are here. Okay, so let's start with this Knight of Swords. It definitely shows that there are feelings there, absolutely. All of these cards show a yes to your question, that yes, there is feelings of love, okay, and these will be expressed over time once also cycles have been broken, and he really gets it together in terms of himself, and that takes time, as I mentioned, but he will get there, that's what I'm seeing. He will be able to feel like, you know what, I got it together. Despite the obstacles and challenges, I got there. He's going to work on himself, and he knows he needs to in order to be able to manifest something with you, because the 6 of Cups here is about love, it's about sharing things, it's about caring. The 7 of Cups here is about his dreams and your dreams, how you envision things, how he envisioned things. He also wants something beautiful in his life, and he knows he has to work on things to be able to get to that. The Sun will appear. The Sun is there. The Sun is also here as well, but he needs to realize that, having a bit of rain is okay. You can turn it into a rainbow. But right now he just thinks that rain is rain, and that rain is just not great. That's sort of the, I think the sort of mindset he's in right now, So the Hermit definitely shows that right now he's thinking a lot, he's in his own energy quite a bit. He will get to the point where he heals, releases, and lets go. And the minute he really does that and starts to do that, he will start to instantly feel better. He will start to communicate with you more. He will start to give you more clarity. He will start to tell you how he feels about you, step by step, obviously, but he will start to do that, and he will start to feel much more open. There'll be more growth in this connection, and, he will feel so much better as well. And I think that the connection will also progress in that level, or that pathway, should I say, because the 2 of Wands is also about a path. It's a path to better things. It's a path to a wider world, and a wider perspective. So that's what we are seeing there, and I do feel that he does love you. That is something that definitely does come through on the cards as well. Okay, so, but it's going to get stronger as we see it with the 8 of Pentacles. The more work he puts in, the more the consistency is present in that scenario, which then follows through into the physical world of what he actually then does, right? Number 4, will our relationship work out in the end and we find our happy place together? I just want you to see, so they came out in the end. Chariot, 6 of Wands. So things will work out. Things are challenging. I'm not going to lie. Things are challenging. And I feel like the best thing for you right now is to focus on your goals, your dreams, your hobbies. I think also for you, if you do feel that you have trust issues in regards to this relationship, or you think, oh my God, I don't know how this is going to work, I don't know if it's for me, the best thing right now is to really put more energy into yourself. It's the best thing that I think you can do. Let him come to you. Let him prove things to you. Let him regain your trust. I know that you want to be there. I know that you want to help in some way. But I really feel that he will figure things out. And I think that him figuring things out also mainly by himself will make him, really realize a lot in that sense as to what he feels, how he feels, and what he could potentially lose, which is you. So the moon shows cycles and phases, it shows challenges, it shows that he has stronger feelings for you than he's telling you, but it also does showcase as well that the relationship can work out. I don't recommend waiting, that's the thing. I recommend instead during that time to do you, to focus on your goals, your dreams, your hobbies, the things that you have going for you, and let him come towards you, let him pursue you. You don't need to be necessarily waiting for someone. to pursue you. You know, you can be doing your own thing, and then when they turn up at your door, it's great, you know. Of course, the two of you can still have communication up until then, and you know, you can give him as much communication as he gives you. That's, you know, that's the beauty of things here. But you don't necessarily need to be actively waiting, if that makes sense. I would say flow with the energy of things, because you have got these two very strong emotional major arcanas. You've got Pisces and Cancer energy. So flow with the energy right now, but put more focus on yourself, more emphasis on yourself. And I do see that it can progress, because this is about victory, celebration, success, progression, being pursued, attraction and chemistry. And then this card here is about yin and yang, you know, it's about mutual harmony and balance. It's about exploring things. It's about things going further. It's about progression. It's an exciting card. So it does show that in time I do see things progressing and getting better. But right now, obviously, things are challenging. So it's best for you to put your energy into yourself and give him as much as he gives you. It's the best piece of advice I can give. See, got the Knight of Wands. So let him pursue you. King of Pentacles, let him pursue you. Let him show you where you stand with him. You know, that's the best thing you can do. In the meantime, again, this is about Nine of Pentacles. It's about your energy, focusing on yourself, aligning those chakras. You know, and if you ever want to do a chakra cleanse, it is something that I offer. So, you know, let me know if you are ever interested in that. I've been doing so many of that, which is why I'm talking about it. But, you know, they are amazing at really aligning parts of those chakras that you at times may have blocked that you may not realize. And the beauty of it is that you can do it for free as well. There's lots of tutorials on YouTube, there's lots of articles on Google, and you know, I also do them professionally as well. But I just feel like there's so much power in feeling strong and confident, and the step to feeling that as well is just by, you know, cleansing ourselves of that energy, you know, taking a salt bath, meditating, and just really being present in our own energy, which can really help. So I'd recommend that to you for sure. But look at that, 10 of Cups, everything I was talking about, right? So this shows that yes, your relationship can work out in the end, and that you can find a happy place together. But it really starts from, you know, you letting him pursue you and just going with the flow of things for now, and focusing more so on your energy and how you feel about things as well. I think that's very, very important, and just putting all of that focus and trust into yourself. So now we move on to question number 5. So let's have a look. Okay, so will his ex-wife soon be gone? They had a terrible marriage and he endured a lot of hurt from her. She ran off with someone else and would at times verbally abuse him. She and his children had to move in to his home in November after becoming homeless and jobless due to a boyfriend kicking them out. Because she's there, it hindered our contact. I haven't seen him since December. We basically have been on hold. He says she's leaving soon, now that she has a job and is getting an apartment, and that things will go back to normal. I'm not sure. There have been multiple dates that have come and gone, and she's still there. It's caused many arguments between us, and my patience is almost gone. It's also aroused insecurities in me. Okay, let's have a look. So let's see if the ex-wife will be gone soon. A little bit longer and she will be gone. Yeah, look at that. Do you know what we have, which is going to be in... card just literally fell on my lap, so there it is. Yeah. We have a lot of retrogrades starting in May. We have the Venus retrograde, which of course is to do with love. We have the Saturn retrograde, which is to do with order, routine and structure. And again, that can be to do with marriages. We also have the Jupiter retrograde, which is to do with abundance. So all 3 of those planets are going into retrograde. And we've got here a very interesting card, which is to do with the retrogrades, which is the 8 of Wands. So yes, with a bit of time, she will be gone. That is something that I am seeing. And it should then allow him to also feel better in his own energy, because he doesn't feel so good in his own energy. That is something that I am seeing. You know, that also helps him, because I feel like he's also holding on to a lot in regards to the past, and it's really affecting him. So the retrogrades will help him to release and heal a lot of that built up energy. The Guru here shows the divine really supporting him and how he feels and what's to go forward. The Six of Pentacles also shows an energy of him having the upper hand and having power in some way, shape or form. The Magician here shows an increase in communication. It shows things growing and flowing in a good direction, which shows that it's in his favour. The Three of Pentacles really does also showcase a very strong yes in regards to her being gone, because this is like a decision that really, again, favours him, and it's a decision that sort of, in a way, it's a very balanced situation because it works in her favour, but it also works in his favour, which is very interesting that that's come through. So it benefits both of them, the fact that, you know, she's just gone, which I think is very interesting because she may not really have wanted to, you know, like, she may not want him to feel good, basically, but then in the end, it really just going in opposite directions is a good thing for both of them. I don't know, something about that is really coming through. And the King of Swords shows that cutting out energy, moving out energy, in the sense that, right, it's about spiritually him cutting her out, like spiritually. Okay, so not just in the physical world is there that, you know, the parting of the ways, but there is also that energy spiritually, which is huge, absolutely huge. You know, so that's really what I'm seeing. Like, it will go like this. Yeah, it's what I'm seeing. So, I mean, that's pretty, yeah, I do see that happening pretty soon. So, Christie, this is your reading. I hope that gave you clarity, because that is what I'm seeing. I am seeing an energy of things just dispersing and moving in a completely different direction, especially with these retrogrades coming through this year, and also this energy of movement and progression. The divine is supporting you. So that is something that I am seeing. And again, I hope this reading helps you, gives you lots of knowledge, information and clarity, and I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, and definitely do take care.